Drama bin drama, Arab drama, ole drama, Nyar drama, zote pamoja. Sheikh drama kadhalika. Ay. Folks, I don't know how to start this one, but there was such drama at the JCC church in Mombasa at a service attended by Ruto, and the preaching in that service has attracted attention right across the country. And remember, nobody mentioned anybody's name. No name was mentioned, but the description that came out of the mouth of Pastor Lai, the words that came out of Pastor Lai's mouth. In Kenya, the young people have a new phrase, injecting. Pastor Lai injected, ile injection ya injection. Karibu sana to my show today. And I'm sorry I'm not talking anything about the so-called merger between Raila Odinga and UDA, Nasio Maringo. But in my humble opinion, it will have zero impact in Kenyan politics. That is just my opinion. And I'm human. Sometimes I'm wrong. In that same humble opinion of mine, I don't think anything can save Ruto now. Not even Raila. Hii serikali kwisha maneno. It's just only a matter of time. My opinion. Anyway, let's stay on point with the drama that unfolded at the JCC church. Actually at a place called Utange, for those of us who know Mombasa well. Yeah, at a magnificent structure belonging to the JCC church. There was drama like never before. And the truth is, President Ruto sat there looking very uncomfortable. And even more uncomfortable was Mombasa governor seated next to him, Bwana Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir. Hey, no wonder this has attracted attention right across the country. Today people are talking about nothing else except the injection in Mombasa. Know that this has not happened before in our country. There is something very similar that happened at the Nairobi Pentecostal Church Valley Road, I believe in the 90s, when there was a preacher there called Reverend Dennis White, a Canadian. And in one sermon, he talked at length about corruption. And of course, Moi looked very embarrassed. I believe that the second president of Kenya never again returned to that church. And so this is not new. It has happened before. But even that Valley Road incident, Nairobi Pentecostal Church, was nowhere near the drama Kenyans were treated to yesterday. The truth is, you have to listen to it yourself to fully understand the impact of those words. It is impossible for me to sit here and describe and analyze those words if you've not heard them with your own ears. Yeah? And so let us take a moment and listen in to snippets of that audio. I'll be back shortly.
The writer of Proverbs says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Everyone who fears God is wise. It says through humility.
Inasema unyenyekevu wa kweli
And the fear of the Lord
na kichwa cha Bwana
lead to riches,
hupelekea utajiri,
to honor,
heshima
and long life.
na maisha marefu.
Two things you need
mambo mawili unayahitaji
in order for your story to change forever.
ili hadithi yako ibadilike milele.
When you fear the Lord
Unapomcha Bwana
and be a humble person,
na uwe mtu mnyenyekevu,
three things will happen.
mambo matatu yatatendeka.
It will lead to riches.
Itakuongoza kwa utajiri.
People think you become rich by corruption.
Watu hufikiria kwamba unafanyika tajiri kwa ufisadi.
Corrupt people are cursed.
Watu wafisadi wamelaaniwa.
They are cursed by God.
Wamelaaniwa na Mungu.
Because they live under the law of curse, which is in Malachi chapter 3.
Kwa sababu wanaishi chini ya sheria ya laana iliyo katika Malaki mlango wa 3.
And verse 9.
Na mstari wa 9.
It says you are cursed with a curse.
Inasema ninyi mmelaaniwa kwa laana.
For you have robbed me.
Maana mmeniibia mimi.
So when a man robs God,
kwa hiyo mtu anapomnyang'anya Mungu,
he can rob anybody.
Anaweza mnyang'anya mtu yeyote.
If you can rob God,
kama unaweza mnyang'anya Mungu,
you can rob anybody.
Unaweza kumnyang'anya mtu yeyote.
And all these people in Kenya,
na watu hawa wote walio ndani ya Kenya,
who are stealing and destroying our economy,
ambao wanaiba na kuharibu uchumi wetu,
they don't begin by stealing from Kenya.
Hawaanzi na kuibia Kenya.
They begin by stealing from God.
Wanaanza kwa kumuibia Mungu.
And because they can steal from God,
na kwa sababu wanaweza kumuibia Mungu,
they can steal from anybody.
Wanaweza kumuibia mtu yeyote.
Here we are not raising robbers.
Hapa hatukuzi wanyang'anyi.
We are raising men and women of integrity.
Tunakuza wanaume na wanawake wa uadilifu,
who pay their tithe,
ambao wanalipa fungu zao za
and they pay their taxes.
Na wanalipa ushuru wao.
Nobody expected me to say this, but I say it.
Hakuna mtu alitarajia niseme hili, lakini nimeisema.
Every thief.
Kila mwizi.
Say it after me. Every thief.
Sema nyuma yangu, kila mwizi.
If your neighbor is quiet, tell them talk, otherwise I leave you alone here.
Kama jirani yako amenyamaza, mwambie ongea ama nikuondokee hapa.
Every thief.
Kila mwizi
lives under a curse.
Huishi chini ya laana.
They will die a premature death.
Watakufa kifo cha mapema.
They will die before their time.
Watakufa kabla wakati wao.
Because of the curse.
Kwa sababu ya laana.
The fear of the Lord.
Kicho cha Bwana
is the beginning of wisdom.
Ndiyo mwanzo wa hekima.
God shows no partiality.
Kwamba Mungu hana upendeleo.
Poor people are easily controlled.
Watu maskini wanadhibitiwa kwa urahisi.
They can be controlled by anybody.
Wanaweza dhibitiwa na mtu yeyote.
Because they need handouts.
Kwa sababu wanahitaji misaada.
We are not poor.
Sisi si maskini.
And if you look around, you can tell.
Na kama ukiangalia hapa na pale unaweza
sema. We're not poor.
Sisi si
Tell
maskini.
your neighbor we're not poor.
Mwambie jirani sisi si maskini.
We don't need anything from anybody.
Hatuhitaji chochote kutoka kwa mtu yeyote.
God has blessed us.
Mungu ametubariki.
This country is in trouble.
Nchi hii iko kwa shida.
The young people, I have a Gen Z pastor here.
Vijana wadogo, niko na mchungaji wa kijenzi hapa.
Your Excellency, you will need to come and hear this young girl preach.
Utahitaji kuja, rais unahitaji kuja umsikie huyu msichana mdogo akihubiri.
She's one of my Gen Z pastors.
Ni mmoja wa wachungaji wangu wa kijenzi.
When they went out in the streets, running everywhere,
walipokimbia wakule barabarani wakikimbia kila mahali,
they were doing that
walikuwa wanafanya hiyo
because they felt that the corruption in this country is too much.
Walifanya hivyo kwa sababu walifikiria kwamba ufisadi ulio katika nchi hii umezidi.
And they could not see their future.
Na hawangeweza kuona hatima yao.
If things continued that way.
Kama mambo yakiendelea namna hiyo.
But I love the young people. This church is majority.
Lakini napenda vijana katika kanisa hili ndio wengi.
It was just a hopeless situation, Your Excellency.
Mstahiki Raisi, ilikuwa ni hali tu ambayo imepoteza matumaini.
They could not see their future.
Hawangeweza kuona siku zao za usoni.
And they said,
na kwa hivyo wakasema,
we will not sit here and die.
Hatutaketi hapa na tufe.
We will do something.
Tutafanya kitu.
And they shook the nation.
Na wakaitikisa taifa.
I believe
ninaamini
the solution
suluhisho
of any nation
la taifa lolote
is the fear of God.
Ni kumcha Mungu.
When you don't fear God,
usipomcha Mungu,
you have a problem.
Unayo shida.
Because you cannot even respect men.
Kwa sababu hata wanadamu huwezi kuwaheshimu.
You will notice that even Reverend Lai himself did not expect to speak like this. Okay? That should be clear. And this is nothing new. There are many times in this life when somebody stands up to speak and it is not him who is speaking. Believe it or not. I am convinced beyond any doubt that this was a last warning from Almighty God himself, who takes no pleasure in the loss of even one soul. Indeed, those who are spiritual will know that in the Bible there is a story where a donkey spoke. Oh yes, a donkey. And in today's language, what that donkey said, why are you beating me? You've beaten me 3 times. What have I done? A donkey spoke. Since you purchased me, have you ever wanted me to do something and I have refused? That was a donkey speaking. Believe it or not. This, of course, is the story of Balaam in the book of Numbers, who some people were trying to hire to curse the children of Israel. And this man appears to have had a special talent. Yeah? Whatever he cast was cast. What came out of his mouth, the words, usually came to pass. And so somebody thought that by hiring him, he would be able to curse the children of Israel. You can read the story for yourself. But my point is, the Most High speaks much more frequently than we realize. I believe that it is significant that very, very shortly after Reverend Dennis White spoke at the Nairobi Pentecostal Church Valley Road, multi-party politics returned to Kenya, and Kenya was never the same again. And in the same vein, I believe historians will write one day that very shortly after the church service in Mombasa, the Ruto presidency came to an end. Let us wait and see. Time will definitely tell. Now we're within the last 24 hours. We said last call, the last video. There are about only 24 hours before my current offer for the very latest special report, Moto Kuliko Pasi ya Makaa. We have that very short time before that offer ends, and this special report becomes no longer available. So please take full advantage. You can see details on your screens right now. For only Kenya shillings 1,999, you can have it. But of course you'll need to act fast. Now this special report has a lot of information, indeed which confirms the contents of my video today. Yeah, especially about the timelines and about the end of an era fast approaching. Yeah, because there's a kind of implosion within the Ruto presidency. Some very crazy things are happening in the inner circle. It's all in this special report. Make sure you don't miss it. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.